Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Tea and Art. I hope you all are well. So today I'm using these mica powders by ISTOYO, and I actually used their mica pigments in my previous video, and I will link the kit in description. And if you want to view the kit, it has a range of colors, and I have discussed about the kit well in detail in the previous video, and there is a discount code also they kindly offered me, and again it will be in my description. So I am using these two shades. This is a beautiful green color, and I'm using a bit of gold mica. So I will be taking a few scoops of this green shade because I really wanted my resin to be highly pigmented. And one full scoop of the gold white mica pigment. And I'm adding a bit of green alcohol into the mixture here because I'm going for a specific shade. So let's begin. This is such a fun process. So I'm using my mixture on all sides, up and down. So this mixing tool comes in the kit, and it has two ways, clockwise and anti-clockwise. So it's really up to you what direction you like to mix your resin. So after mixing my resin, I will be adding it to the coasters. I divided it into two. So for this, I'm working on in few layers again today also. So this is my first layer. It is going to be on a medium side. I'm not filling up the coasters up. So I'm just adding the resin here to the both of the coasters. Now with the help of the popsicle stick, I'm just filling up the coasters. So I'm really enjoying the technique of making design into the mica. It's really fun. So I will be doing something here as well, but this is something a really different project. So I'm just using my heat gun to thin up the resin so it reaches all the corner and I don't get any air bubbles. Such a beautiful green color. So now with the help of this back of this painting brush, I will be making a big swirl. So in my last video, I have discussed about making patterns into the mica resin. So if you like to see in detail, I will link here above. So it's basically you make the pattern and you make it again and again until your resin gets thicken up, and then that's the final time. So then it holds its shape. So it's basically watching the resin. So at this moment my resin is in a liquid form, so it will be I have to do it many times. So I will leave that to cure. So this is the next day, and you can see I made my swirls because I was coming again and again until my resin was thick. So on to the next step. This was actually something I was thinking of doing. I didn't know if it goes wrong or right, but I was making these swirls by this gilding glue, and it dries, and then it dries, it gets sticky, and then you use your gold foil. I was a bit concerned about the spiral I was making because my hands are shaky, and I was thinking that I can't do it. It will not look neat, so I might order the vinyl or the sticker in a golden spiral. But then I thought I need to give it a go and let's see how it turned out. So that's what I'm doing here. First this tube was giving me a hard time. The glue was not coming out because of this I had some patches that were without the glue, so I'm just filling them again and I leave it to dry. So this is the next day, and many times I thought that it's dried now, I should pick it up, but I was thinking that I need to trust the process and let's see first how it turns out, then I might do another thing. So I'm just finding my mirror gold by Pebeo. Found it. Here we go. So I will be picking up my gold foil. So here I'm just pressing it onto the swirl and let's see how they turned out. So I'm beginning to like it because it's something a bit on the rough side, and I think I'm going for it. Sometimes we do underestimate ourselves, so I was beginning to like it because I was liking the unevenness of the spiral here. Actually, it's what's going really well with the spiral of the green. A sort of vortex here. So this is such a satisfying thing to see when the gold transfers itself onto the coaster or any creation you're making. Really fun to make always. So after doing so, on to the next step here. So this is how they turned out. I really love the thin lines, perfect for the technique I'm going for. And so these are wooden sticks that I find for myself from nature, and now you know me that I do pick a lot of stuff from nature. This is such fun thing to do. Nature offers so much to us, and I really love to incorporate and use. So here I'm using this stick into the coaster here. I'm just setting up how I want them to be. So this project was totally unplanned. These sticks were picked up for something else, but I thought, why not make this? And this whole project is totally unplanned. And here I'm using now the UV resin because I'm happy with the placement of the wood sticks. So I'm just applying the UV resin and I will be adding the sticks, and then they will be going under the UV light. So you can use a layer of clear epoxy, but I had to add so many stuff here. So, and also when I will be adding a layer of epoxy, I am in a fear that my wood stick will move. So that's why I'm just fixing them beforehand. So they are all cured now, and now is the fun part. Now comes the Kodama. These are Japanese forest spirit. So you have seen me in my package opening videos where I showed you, and a lot of you were waiting for what I will be doing with them. So trust me, I was myself as well. So here they came. They're so cute. I just love them. So these are actually forest spirit, and it's believed to say that they keep the forest healthy. So they are the sign of a healthy forest. I have a fantasy mind and I really like to think totally in a fantasy way, because this world is so difficult to live in with so many hardships these days. So what I'm doing here is I'm using UV resin and I'm attaching them to the wood stick. So this was a bit of a task, but you just apply the UV resin and then with the UV light you cure them. So all cured now, and by this way I will be adding all of them. So again, I'm just looking for the placement. Some of them have a very unique face. Some are happy, some are excited, some are... There are so many expressions in their faces. So that fascinates me a lot. And on top, they do glow. So that's a plus point. So after adding my Kodama, I will be adding some more stuff to the coasters. So these are some teeny tiny mushrooms that I ordered from Amazon, and I will link them in my description. They are so cute, so tiny. So I will be using them here in the project. They are white color, so I will be adding a little bit of brownish to the top. So they did colored very nicely. I'm sorry for getting out of focus, but I'm just applying a little shade of brown on top of their heads. Here we go. If you can see, I'm just doing that. So I will be doing this to all of them. So cute, and you can use them in so many projects. So I could have made them out of polymer clay, but I did order this time because I was really wanted to see that how they are. So they are amazing. So now I'm adding the layer of resin, clear resin, and this is going to be a second layer. Again, I will be not filling up to the top. So here I have taken a translucent polymer clay and I'm adding glow in the dark powder to the clay. You can buy clay that is already glow in the dark, but I had these things in my hand, so I thought why not try. So I'm using this translucent polymer clay. It's been warmed up and now I'm adding the powder in the clay. I'm actually making some mini Kodama. The Kodamas I have are quite big, so I wanted to add some more. So I thought why not make myself. So now I will be kneading it again, and after kneading I will be taking small pieces and I will be making small Kodamas. So they are fairly easy to make. So I'm just taking small pieces of the polymer clay, and their shapes are very uneven, so they are so easy to make. So I'm making the head now. So now I'm making the eyes. The eyes are quite wonky. You can make them bigger or smaller. So here I'm cutting bits of wire and I will be inserting the wire in between the body and the head to maintain the sturdiness. And with the help of Fimo liquid clay, I will be combining all the body parts. First I'm inserting the wire into the body, and then I'm adding the head. And here I'm making the face, big eyes of different sizes, and a random mouth. It may be smiling or sad or whatever you like. It's really up to you. And a teeny tiny mouth. And two teeny tiny arms. And just like that, you can make different sizes, and I will be making some more. So here I'm brushing on the black paint and I will be just wiping off with the baby wipes. So this will help a lot in more the details. So the whole process took some time. I am continuously using the UV resin and curing it in between. So I added some to the wood log, you can say, or the wooden stick that I've added, and some on the sides. And here I'm adding some green moss now at different places to give that woodland effect. Since I have a layer of resin underneath, so it's been almost on the curing side, but it's still a bit sticky, so it will help my moss to stick better. And here are the mushrooms, and I will be sticking them with the UV resin again, since they are really teeny tiny and they took me some time. So doing to these as well. So little details do matter a lot, and I quite enjoy making these. They were so fun to make. And after doing that, now I'm adding some crystals. Since this is a folklore and they have magic element to them, so I need to add some crystals here. So I'm using quartz crystal, and same again, I will be using a little bit of UV resin and putting up them to different places. So this is again up to you. Whatever crystal you like to add, you can add different crystals as well, but I went with the quartz crystals. So I'm done with adding stuff, and I will leave this to cure. So everything is cured now, and this is next day. This is ignition dust, and I will be adding this a little bit to the resin, and it will make it beautiful and transparent. Since I really didn't want to add clear resin, just clear resin, so I will be adding this, and a little goes a long way. It has a beautiful sheen to it. So just this much I'm adding to the resin. That's it. And now I will be adding this to the coaster, and this is the final layer. And with this, I'll leave them to cure. So this is the final day, and let's demold them. So this is actually the presentable side. So I'm just removing them from the mold. So this was just an idea for you for making coasters, because some of you just asked me to make coasters that are a bit on different sides. So I thought, why not try these with adding decoration items, and you can make them in any theme, or you can recycle your old coasters, just a layer of clear resin or any other color resin on top, and you can add these sort of themes. So they are all done now, and let's see the final look. So this is the final look. Overall, it really turned out amazing. The swirl in the center, that give it a beautiful effect, and the Kodamas especially, they are so amazing. And the teeny tiny ones that I made, I could have given them a little more time and brought them. So yeah, these were just made in a quick way. And these mushrooms, you know, they are so pretty. I might order some more because I love the quality of these mushrooms. So all in all, they turned out amazing, and I'm really happy. They turned out just I imagined them, adding crystals and that beautiful moss, the mushrooms, these kodamas, they are so amazing. So I hope you like them, and if you did, please do let me know in comments, and also please like, subscribe and share, and please don't forget to watch till end, because I will be showing you how they glow in the dark. So take good care of yourself. Enjoy. Bye bye.